Chrisland University, Abeokuta, on the 14th of July 2020, set a record of a new beginning by holding its first ever online matriculation ceremony for students admitted in the 2019-2020 academic session. The event, which held via Zoom, was held in grand and educational style. The guest speaker, Mr. Chikezie Nwosu, the CEO MD of Walter Smith Petroleum Limited, noted that it is expedient that young people who are coming into the education system should start building entrepreneurship at the very beginning. He advised the new students to be proactive, determined, focused, find good mentors, and surround themselves with highly competent, smart, and very positive-minded people who can help them attain their goals.
Disruptive. So the idea about innovation there is to be disruptive. The common denominators among these entrepreneurs have shown is certain things. They have goals and visions. And I will encourage you as you grow into your both your education and your career to write down your goals and visions. Print and frame them. Put them somewhere so you can look up at them from time to time. Be determined and focused. Find good men amongst your futures. Even amongst your student colleagues, you will find good mentors, people who will provide you the mentorship you need. Experiences in the area sometimes build a lifelong relationship. The other thing is how you think about money. If you think about money just in terms of making something and putting it in your pocket, then that's the wrong way. If you think about money in terms of the social economic impact of whatever money you make, that's the right way to think.
The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Chinedum Peace Babalola, in her welcome remarks, urged the new students to be forward-looking and vision-driven. She advised the students to be modest, decent, and to avail themselves of the opportunity not only to excel in learning, but possibly to become ambassadors of the university.
I urge you, therefore, to prepare to embrace new ideas, changes, new learning methods, new behavior. I charge you to explore, impact, and change the world positively. Devise ways of turning your education in Chrisland to success. At the orientation yesterday, you heard all the do's and don'ts, and it was a bit scary. The COVID-19 is one disease that comes with series of do's and don'ts. And that's why we are here today. There are 5 up to 7 regulations or rules and guidelines regarding COVID-19, which most of us know. Wear face masks, social distancing, wash your hands, etc. Stand 6 feet away like we are seated here, those of us that are here. Cough into your elbow, and so on. If you disobey them, you will have the consequences. And some people have died, and they are people's relations and friends. It is easier, therefore, to obey than to disobey. Freedom is free, but can be expensive. But there is great reward for obedience. I remind you that the distance between today's ceremony and convocation ceremony is not so long. So ensure that the journey ends successfully. You need to be regular in attendance at lectures, whether online or physically. You need 80% attendance to qualify for exams. Shun bad behaviors and all vices that can truncate or elongate this journey. Chrisland University has zero tolerance for cultism, drug abuse, sexual immorality, bullying, hooliganism, corruption, and any form of vice and crime. I need to advise you further to show respect to your teachers and colleagues and staff and parents, to make your stay fruitful and productive. Be modest and decent in your dressing, as well as approach to issues. Please avail yourself of the opportunity you have here, not only to excel in learning, but to become ambassadors and leaders. Please try to uphold the ideals of this university.
The founder and chancellor of Chrisland University, High Chief Dr. Winifred Awoshika, has named the university's meal hostel in honor of Professor and Professor Mrs. Sunday Nwosu, whom she described as detribalized Nigerians. She explained that she knew Professor and Professor Mrs. Sunday Nwosu at the then Nigerian College, now University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where she schooled. She noted that the family were her friends. Professor S.M. Wosu was a lecturer from 1959 to 1961, adding that she was close to the wife who stayed in the same female hostel of the university as herself. She described the family as a friendly and detribalized family.
The speaker, whom I can boast, that I knew when he was still in the mother's womb. I happened to know his father was my lecturer at the Nigerian College, Enugu. And he had just got married then. I sent my staff to Google and get some facts about him. Because I wanted to name the male hostel at this university after him. Father of Chikezie Wosu is hereby honored by naming a male hostel Professor S.M. Wosu Hostel.
In his response, the guest speaker of the program, Mr. Chikezie Wosu, CEO MD Walter Smith Petroleum Limited, who is also the son of Professor and Professor Mrs. Sunday Wosu, said that the naming of the hostel after his parents was a great honor. He noted that the family is very appreciative of the kind gesture. Dr. Awoshika, the founder and chancellor of the university, also congratulated and welcomed the new students into the university. She urged them to prioritize their studies and embrace hard work, as this would get them the very best from life. Professor Olukoju, Chrisland University Pro-Chancellor, and other council members and members of management charged the new students to aspire for excellence.
You are by this ceremony entering a decisive phase in your life, and I can assure you that here at Chrisland University, you will get every assistance you require the success of your life here and hereafter.
The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Chinedum Peace Babalola, advised the Nigerian government on what to do to safely reopen schools amid the coronavirus pandemic. Professor Babalola said the government should stagger resumption of students to achieve social distancing. Babalola said it is important that government allows final year students at all levels to resume to enable them complete their education.
The Chancellor, High Chief Dr. Mrs. Awoshika, said it all today. First is that the federal government should produce guidelines. Now there are 52. We will study the guidelines. My second advice is exactly what I've been saying. This pandemic, we do not understand it fully and we do not know when it will end. We already know that there is need for social distancing. There is need for hygiene, wearing of masks and etc. So to ensure social distancing, we need to stagger. And we have students that are in terminal classes, students that will take external examinations. Exams like West African School Certificate is actually not just a Nigerian examination, it is a West African examination. And they have announced that the exams will start in August. So I believe that while studying and understanding this disease, let us start with the students in terminal classes in all institutions, from nursery to university. At least the school environment we have can take those finalists.
With the e-matriculation proposed, planned and actually attended by people from all walks of life through online participation, it could be said that Chrisland University is not just taking a fast and bold step to accept and inculcate the changes in information technology into the world of their students. They have used it to achieve their mission of creating a learning environment that nurtures a sound moral and intellectual culture that attracts an excellent blend of faculty from across the world and deploys resources to educate the total person.